Hello, everybody. It is your boy, Mr. Pineapple. Welcome back. It's been 2 weeks since we've been live. Got a lot of moving parts to cover. And man, we have another phenomenal guest on. So I'm going to give you a second to get on. I have to upload one more video. And then we're going to go ahead and get started.
Well, hello everyone. My name is.
Okay. So I had to upload that one. There's a little funny video I'm going to show you in a few. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, about the brand. Then I'm going to tell you about some upcoming news and events that's coming up. So without further ado, I'm Terrence Ramses, the CIO of the Royal Blossom Podcast and the CIO of the Royal Blossom Company, or the CEO of the Royal Blossom Company, formerly known as Ripe Brand Clothing. And I'm originally from New Jersey, West Indian background on U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. And I graduated from Bethune-Cookman University in 2012, went there in 2007. Went there for business administration, graduated with a concentration of business administration and concentration of marketing. Stayed there for a couple of years, worked at the Hilton Oceanfront for a couple of years, and then moved out here to Tampa, Florida, started my brand, started with one t-shirt, and now we have a full apparel product line as well. So we're going to show you some new products and everything like that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background about the Royal Blossom Company, the mission and the values, and we're going to get into some product details. So the mission of the brand is to restore, build, and create. To restore all the wealth and resources that have been lost in our communities, to build up the youth and children that are coming behind us, to create a unique commonwealth of like-minded entrepreneurs to put them back in their God-given purpose and talents. And the brand values it to be fun, spirited, and passionate about everything that you do with God. So we got some amazing things going on. I know it's hot outside. The summer's here. Royal Blossom has some amazing promotions going on. I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick photo from the Oxtail Festival with Angie and another lady that I met. Man, they did a great job of making content with the bucket hats. As you see, you know, it's hot outside, and man, listen, we got mix and match specials, 5 for 100 for any of the hats, the dad hats, the beanies, any of the headwear, snapbacks, 5 for 100. Okay, so our dad hats look like this. Our dad hats look like this. So they come in various different colors. So there's bucket hats and in various different colors, and this one is the green leaf. What you see in the two ladies, it was Angie was on the left. She has the Caribbean-based rhythm on bucket, and then she has the pole by Koshi. That's the name of that particular bucket hat. So we got some tank tops. Okay, the tank tops is here, man. So we got the Caribbean-based rhythm tank ready for sale. 1 for 24, 2 for 30. Mix and match any of the colors. The other colors are on pre-order sale for right now. Drop date June 15th. So you want to make sure you go ahead and get your orders in. www.royalblossomcommunity.com. Or you can scan this QR code. Scan this QR code. It's going to take you right to the website. Okay, so go ahead, scan that QR code. It's going to take you right to the website. All right. All right, so now I'm going to tell you a little bit of some things that's going on with the brand, some updates. So for the month of June, we have a few different things that is taking place. We have the Black Business Bus Tour on the 12th. Next Saturday, we're going to be International Orlando Fashion Week, displaying a collection out there. Going to have a nice vibe and turn up out there as well. Also, for June 20th, we're probably going to be at the Saturday shops again. And we got a few other various things that's happening in the month of June. There's going to be a lot of different things that's going to be happening simultaneously. You're going to be seeing a lot of marketing emails, a lot of things that are going to be going out. So please like, share, and subscribe to the Royal Blossom Podcast on YouTube, um, Rumble, and Instagram. Follow the Royal Blossom Company on IG, TikTok, and Facebook. So we have all social media platforms. Please go share this live, share this podcast. Also share the clothing brand pages. But without further ado, before I go into the special promotion, I also do private label as well. So if you need anything custom made, from hats to t-shirts to dresses to shoes to anything, custom logos, I have a consulting agency called Fashion Silk Pay Loft. So that's the logo, an extension of the Royal Blossom Company. So we have this logo. So it's a consulting agency that does various many things. I teach classes on this, on fashion, how to get your brand up and going. The coaching sessions, any type of private label, from, like I said, from logos, hats, anything that you need from the fashion industry, that I can do it. We got special promotions going on with that. So once the website is up, I'm definitely gonna post that. Also, please go to the Facebook and Instagram pages and like those pages. We're gonna get growing. We're actually growing our following on there as well. So without further ado, I know you've been wondering what's been going on behind the scenes with Royal Blossom Company, but I'm going to let one of my models tell you about one of the special promotions that's going on. Take a listen.
Hello, RBC fam. This is Adam Allen here. I just wanted to give you all a little detail on a promotion that we got going on right now. This right here is the Ocean Blue Sea. You can pre-order yours today at royalblossomcompany.com. Get yours today.
So that's the special promotion going on right there. Make sure you go to the website, www.royalblossomcommunity.co. Go ahead, scan this QR code right here. Scan this QR code. It'll take you right to the website. So there's three different tank tops for the men. So you have the Caribbean-based rhythm, you have the Dragon Culotta, and the Ocean Blue Sea. So you have three of those different tank tops to choose from. One for $24, add $5 more at checkout. The promo is actually added at checkout, Heat 26. So mix and match, whether it's men or women, or two men, two women, however you want to do it, his and hers, however you want to do it. You want to make sure you go ahead and get your orders in. www.royalblossomcommunity.com. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one more promo video from Miss Latoya. She has something to say to you as well.
Well, hello, ladies. How are y'all doing today? I am bringing you a promotion from the Royal Blossom Company. This year is the Caribbean Rhythm Bass Tank. You know, it is good for the summer. It is 2 for $30. And we have this beauty here as well. You can find them on the Royal Blossom Company website. Go get yours now, boo.
So look, I'm telling you, man, go ahead and get your orders in with that. So there's two. So there's three tank tops with the women as well. So what you saw was a Caribbean-based rhythm tank that Latoya had on. She was actually holding the Blooming Lavender Rose, which was a violet and lavender tank top. These are going to be Razorback ladies. Also, the last one is the Electric Lemonade. So it's got a pink lemonade, electric lemonade color. So all the tank tops are going to be white with those special effects of those different colors. So it's hot. So you might want to get that 2 for $30 right now. But when the actual order gets here, those tank tops are going to go up. Okay. So without further ado, I want to talk to you briefly before we talk about the guests. So I want to briefly talk to you about Fashion Week. So Fashion Week, as you know, a couple of years ago, we were supposed to go to Fashion Week, Paris, but the pandemic was shutting down, and then we had some internal things that was going on at the time. We couldn't make it. So right now we're doing that push for September Fashion Week in London. So it's going to be with the Pan African group, with Fashion Week Studio. So we always got the invite. So we're going to be going out there from September 17th through the 20th. But I want to show you a little bit of funny stuff too before we get into that as well. This is what our culture is about.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Victoria Day. I am a brand ambassador of RBC, and we are
The RBC truck.
messing your shit up.
You know, we'll stop moving the pot. What's good?
I know it was. Golly.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
It just...
Oh. I knew you was up to no good. This nigga ain't no good.
Oh my god.
I ain't even supposed to be in here tonight.
Lead up to what we do, because this is stuff don't make sense over here. What we do.
That's funny.
All right, let's go.
So be on the lookout for more content and more information on Orlando Fashion, because we are excited and we are ready to be there. Thank you so much for watching us, and reach out to us at any point. Well, hello everyone. My name is Victoria Day, and I am a brand ambassador of Royal Blossom Company.
My name is Adam Allen. I'm also ambassador for Royal Blossom Company. Excuse me.
So we have been invited to London Fashion Week, and we are super excited.
Cheers. The dates are September 17th to September 20th. We're looking for sponsorships right now to be able to get over there. We got a lot of things in store coming up over the next few weeks, actually over the next few months until the dates.
Want to say more?
Yeah, so that's just how our culture is. We like to have fun. You know, that's part of the brand values and everything. So there's another video in the sponsorship letter I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you towards the end of that because I want to be respectful of your time. And I know you come on to see this phenomenal guest. So let me tell you about this phenomenal guest. So I've known her over a decade, and she's had her nonprofit organization for quite some time now. She's done some things for the community, because one of the acronyms for the RBC, as you see, the RBC name is, you know, Royal Blossom Company, and one of our acronyms is red blood cells. Okay, so we definitely are a big supporter of the sickle cell anemia community, and we're gonna go ahead and show you her brochure. So here's her brochure right here. This is her company, and this is how you will find her. So her name is Kiana Long. So Kiana's been, we go to church together in Daytona Beach, and she's had this organization just trying to bring more awareness to, you know, the Atlantic side, and trying to get more people just more fundamentally active in sickle cell awareness and how to prevent it, the treatment plans, and how people live with it and how people survive with it. And, you know, she's been doing a lot of things on social media over the years, as I see. So I'm going to go ahead and let her tell her story. So without further ado, of the Sickle Cell Foundation, Levi Long Foundation, I'm going to bring up Miss Kiana Long. She went out for a second. I think her internet might have been acting up. She was just in the back. Hold on one second. But she's going to come back on in a minute. But yeah, so this fashion stuff, this fashion week stuff is going to be some great stuff that we're going to be talking about at the end. All right, there she goes. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her on, Miss Kiana Long. Let's go ahead and get you on here, man. You over here having technical difficulties and stuff, man. How you doing?
Good. Good evening to you.
How is everything with you? It's good. I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on. Everything is everything.
Good, good, good. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Tell us a little bit about your organization, and then we'll go into the interview from there.
Okay. So my name is Kiana Long Hargret. The Long is from my maternal side of the family, which is my mom's side. My grandfather's name was Levi Long. And so I named my organization after him. I didn't want an organization named after a city, a county, or a state because it would limit me to where I can actually help. And as a nonprofit organization, I wanted to be allowed to go anywhere. So that's the name of the organization. I started this organization in the year of 2018 when COVID was in the air. And I remember when the IRS stated that they would not be giving out any nonprofit organization 501c3 letters. But Lord blessed me to get my letter that year. And so I've been running in the sickle cell era ever since.
Okay. So say 2018. So what made you come up with the organization and make you get started in 2018?
So in 2009, after I had taught in Volusia County and Flagler County schools, I had a tug in my heart like I wasn't doing enough. So I looked in the penny saver. I remember it was February 2nd, 2009. I was sitting on my bed. I looked in the penny saver and I was looking for something else. And I saw an ad for the Volusia County slash Flagler County Sickle Cell Association. They needed a lead case manager. I didn't know what a case manager did. I didn't care. I just said, I'm going to get that job. I called and I got an interview and I got the position. I walked in the doors and I met someone named Miss Lillian, well, the late Miss Lillian Williams. And I interviewed with her. She gave me the position. I started that position in February of 2009 with 108 clients in the file cabinet. And so I just went in, I dived in, and I was able to help those living with sickle cell go to the hospital, do a lot of things that I had never done before, but I've helped people all my life. And so I just loved it. And so when she passed, it left a large gap, not only in Volusia County and Flagler County, but also in our seven district, which is Putnam, St. John's, and Flagler. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and pick those up as well to give advocacy to education, to go there and make sure they have stuff about sickle cell. And I've literally been doing it ever since.
Okay. Okay. So what exactly does your organization do with sickle cell? What exactly do you do?
Okay, so my organization, let me not say the organization, because when I close my eyes, I want it to continue to go. I don't want it to leave when I leave. So the organization, it concentrates on the AIM concept. And the Lord gave me that concept, and that's AAIME. We advocate, we aware, we inspire, we motivate, and we educate in any area, territory, city, state, county, country, continent where there's none of those things there for those living with sickle cell.
Okay. So you basically just provide just awareness. Now, do you deal with like patients in hospitals, or do you deal with the doctor's appointments? How does that work?
Absolutely. So that's funny you ask, because I go to the hospital a lot because people that are living with sickle cell, they suffer crises a lot. So I've gone to the hospital yesterday, today. I've gone most of March. So what I do is people that I know have sickle cell, I go to visit them. I advocate for them, meaning I'm a voice for them where they're not heard. Because they get into pain, it's called crises. They go into so much pain. It's hard to kind of talk to a doctor when you're in pain. So I'm the voice for them. If they allow me to be their voice, I'm their voice. If they don't allow me, it's okay too. But I understand when they need someone to advocate for them, I'm there. With doctor's appointments, I'll meet them at the doctor. I'll sit in with them. I'll even transport them to the doctor, to their pharmacy to pick up medication. I've even went to the courthouse, spoken to the judge, secretary to get them not to be evicted because they can't work as much when they have this illness. They lose their jobs all the time. But I'll do absolutely anything when it comes to advocating for those that have sickle cell.
Okay. So when you say be their voice, how do you communicate that with the physicians at the hospital and doctor's office? Explain how that process goes.
Okay, I'll give you a live example. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago. They have a lot of traveling nurses now, people
Yep.
that come from different places because that's where the money is since COVID. And so I remember the clients call me when there's mistreatment, and there's a lot of mistreatment. So I remember getting up, getting on clothes, going to the hospital, And when I got there, it was a DON, but then there was a nurse that attended to the client that was not, her regular client. It was a traveler. So she has to ask that client in front of me, do you give permission for me to speak to her about your information? And they will say yes. And then I go from there. They'll tell me what's going on with their, the medication. I know mostly the medication that they're on, and I know things that they are supposed to be getting. But what happens is a lot of times they want to change things to try to see, well, let's try this. Let's see if this will work. And it becomes something like that. And so I have to mediate so that I can make sure they stick to their chart so that the things that have been working just continue to work. If it's not broken, why fix it?
Okay. How many people do you advocate for on a normal basis?
Um, I want to say now 5 to 6 in Daytona Beach.
Okay.
So that's just East Volusia. So I have West Volusia, um, and even New York. Like, so it's not. I do have those normal people that I always advocate for. They call me. I go to the doctor's office. That's all the time. But then there are some that call me from out of state because they read about me or they heard about me. They need someone to advocate. I've called New York, Brooklyn, New York. I've flown to New York. I walked inside Brooklyn, New York, and put my arms around clients that I've actually advocated for in New York. So that's why I didn't want to name this organization a specific name, because I wanted the freedom for that. And when I pass the baton, if none of my children take up this task and the baton is passed, I pray that the person that comes behind me has that same heart and mind to continue on.
Okay. Now, do you have staff that works with you, or is it just you by yourself?
It used to be me by myself, but now I do have staff. I have volunteers and I also have actual staff that work in the office. And I gained them through another nonprofit organization entitled NBCA, the National Black Caucus of America. And they're paid through them. It's a government federal program. And if you're watching and you are a nonprofit, I would say take advantage of that, because they're there for those that are 55 and older, and they have to be on disability, and it doesn't bother their disability.
Okay. And how does your organization generate money to keep itself afloat?
I have fundraising. I have now, because I have people in the office that do it for me. I have sponsorship letters that are coming out. I have those that want to collaborate with me. And that's good because now it's going to be just sickle cell. I would always do sickle cell part time or a little bit of time and everything else, right? I would always do this and do that. But now I'm just going to strictly and only focus on sickle cell.
Okay. Okay. Would you say it's hard to get funding, or is it like moderate? How would you think?
Um, in the beginning, it was a challenge.
Okay.
And how I started was you can get your EIN number without your nonprofit status in the beginning. And you can reach out to people that you know that are blessed and have money, and they'll back you. Like I've gotten money when I first started in 2018. But now, because I'm a person that's out in the community, I go to health fairs, I network all the time in any state, especially Florida. Now I have partnership with pharmaceuticals that are really, really, with this purpose. And so they're a blessing and they're a help with the funding. So I
Okay.
would say anything you're doing, find larger organizations that you can see that will actually give in to your organization. And they are out there.
Okay. Do you have any events coming up?
I actually do. So the month of June 19th actually is not only Juneteenth, but it's also World Sickle Cell Day. And it was deemed that day by the World Health Organization to be World Sickle Cell Day. So I will be having my 24-hour telethon, which I usually have in January. This year I will have it the weekend before June 19th because of course I'm a Juneteenth community member. So I'll be at the Juneteenth festival that night. But I will have my actual telethon 24 hours the weekend prior. It goes from that Saturday 10 a.m. until Sunday 10 a.m. And that's one event. Another event, because September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. October is Cancer Awareness. September is Sickle Cell Awareness. And it's also my birthday month. And so the first weekend in September, I'm having my gala, and it's entitled Remember the Night. I've had it in past times, and it's been a success. That's a fundraising event. So I've done it in three different aspects. The first year, I just came out to let people know who I was. Invited different people, organizations. The second year, I actually remembered those that have passed away with sickle cell, and I honored them, and I remembered them and their parents, and they all got a plaque with their name on it. I even invited one of my classmates that had sickle cell that has passed on. His mom came from Atlanta. Like, it was a lot of people that came. That this year, remembering the night, I'm going to honor those that are here living with sickle cell, and it's from age baby up until older age. So I'm excited.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about sickle cell and the disease itself. Give us an overview about it. Some of us may not know.
Okay. So sickle cell is an inherited blood disease. And it's inherited because you get it from your parents. It's passed on from your parents, and it comes from the genetic makeup. So in our blood, if you have sickle cell, the shape is like my protractor behind me. That's the shape of a sickle cell. Those of us that live without any sickle cell disease or anemia, our cells are whole and they're round. They're smooth, soft, and round, and so they can flow through our blood vessels easily. And the job of the blood vessel is for the oxygen to go to our major organs so we can continue to live. Those that have sickle cell, because they're shaped like this, it's hard for them to have the oxygen to go through, because the oxygen depletes out of the cell that's whole, and it shapes like this, and it gets stuck in the blood vessels, and that's called the crises. That's the pain. So that has decreased lifespan because it attacks major organs. Those are living with the disease that they only get from their parents, one trait from the mom, one trait from the dad. Those that are living with the disease, it used to be a time where the lifespan was very, very short. But now, because of course, a lot of scientific work, meaning people trying different things and putting things together, trying to see if this work and that work. Now there's two cures out: gene editing therapy and the stem cell treatment that will allow those living with sickle cell not to have sickle cell anymore. And I've spoken to the persons that have had both procedures, and they don't have sickle cell anymore. So that's what sickle cell is. It's an inherited disease. And it's funny that you have that. Is that the continent of Africa back
Hmm.
there? And that's where it derived from. Sickle cell derived from the continent of Africa in Sahara Africa. And so in 1910, it got its name from Dr. James B. Herrick, someone from Grenada, because I studied a little more. He was hollering out in pain in Sahara Africa, and Dr. James B. Herrick had his assistant to look in the microscope to see why he was screaming in pain. And in the microscope, he saw a cell shaped like this and like this. So in 1910, Dr. James B. Herrick gave sickle cell its name. And that's why it's a myth that it's the only black person disease, because that's where it was derived from. And it came from the root of malaria. And that's why it's a myth, because it started in Africa. But now it's everywhere. When I say it's in ancient Greece, Caucasians are dying from complications from sickle cell. So it's a mandated, I'm going into it, it's a mandated law now, passed on from Joe Biden, that anyone that wants to receive their scholarship to go to college, they cannot go unless they get a sickle cell trait test. So that's any sport.
Yep. Okay. Okay. And when did you find out about the history of sickle cell? When did you find out that fun fact?
Oh, I found that out in 2008. No, 2009 when I started. In 2009 when I started. That's a part of the story. I don't have my book with me. I do have one in my purse. There's a story that goes along with it. I used to just teach from the story, but now it's in my heart. I don't even need a book. I just teach from my heart.
Okay. Is there anything else that people don't know about sickle cell that you would like to share?
Yes, a lot of time. Well, I know before 1988, it wasn't a mandated test, and so people are walking around now with the trait. You would know if you have the actual anemia or the disease because you would have to go back and forth into the hospital. But if you don't have the trait, think back when you were playing your PE, if you got tired more so than others, or if you couldn't climb the stairs at a young age, you could possibly have the trait. Or if it's in your family down the line. I've talked to 50 and 60-year olds who know their grandchildren now, great nieces and nephews have it because it's in their family bloodline. But of course, my mom was born in the 50s. In the 50s and the 60s, you did what your parents told you to do more so than now. And if they tell you to put a jacket on, it's cold outside, put socks on your feet. So they took care of themselves. I did a program not too long ago where it was a lady, I think she was in her mid 60s. She has the trait, but she's never had a problem because she takes care of her body. I encourage the younger and the older always dress for the weather. No matter what's popular, no matter what's cute, dress for the weather. If it's cold, keep your toes and your feet inside. Put on socks. If you want to, you just have to wear sandals, put on socks. Because when that cold gets into your body, it makes a difference. And that's for people with or without sickle cell. Because our body, it adjusts to the outside temperature. If I'm cold, I'm going to put on something to keep me warm so I won't get sick. If it's raining, I'm not going to run outside. I'm going to put an umbrella or a jacket or something over my head so it won't get into. So it's a lot dealing with our bodies. And with sickle cell, it's a lot.
Okay. So let me ask this. So does sickle cell have more of effect in any of the seasons specifically, or is just like all year round pain?
It can be year round, but mostly when it's really cold outside and when it's really hot. And it can be year round if the person has underlying conditions, meaning they could have diabetes along with sickle cell, they can have lupus along with sickle cell. So if they have any underlying conditions, it can be year round because it it heightens what they already have. But definitely in the cold, it definitely when it's really hot.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Extreme heat and extreme cold. So that's a big deal.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. How I'm trying to think. How does a person manage their lives on a daily basis?
Good question. So it's not easy because they have to take strong pain meds. This is something they're born with. So they have to take strong medicine, morphine, hydroxyurea, like oxycodone, real strong pain meds as little children. So can you imagine that getting into your body as you get older? And so now what happens is a lot of times they're looked at as drug seekers because they need that medicine. Their bodies are like I want to say addicted to it because it's been given to them for so long, but they crave it because that's all they've been given. And so those are the type of medicines they have to live with. They have to live with a certain type of medicine every day. Just like people that are on high blood pressure, they take medicine. People that have sickle cell also take medicine. Now, some have taken the holistic approach, and that is awesome. They found a way to cope with it in their bodies. They know what not to eat. They know what to eat. Biotin. Some drinks are coconut water, Gatorade, things that help the cells and when you're in your body. Those are some things that I encourage for those that live with sickle cell to drink. There are certain things that you can beets, vegetables that can really help. So when a person realizes what they can eat to help them not go into a crisis, they stick with it. A lot of times people can't match the pain. They smoke weed. So I encourage them if you have to smoke, you must get a medical marijuana card. And so I've partnered with Dr. Anicia Ferris, and one of my sickle cell doctors is Dr. Sessoms, and they help my sickle cell clients if they have to smoke to get a medical marijuana card so they won't go to jail and get arrested because it's against the law to smoke. It hasn't been passed. You just smoke without a card. So that's a lot. It's a lot of ways to cope, and so different people use different methods to cope.
Okay. I got another question. You probably don't hear this question very often. Um, which blood types are affected by sickle cell?
There are a lot of blood types affected by sickle cell, but when I took my class, I don't want to say wrong information. So let's ask ChatGPT. That's my bestie. So give me another question while I ask ChatGPT.
Hmm. See, I ask good questions on here.
Me too. And I'd rather not just throw out an answer because I don't want to throw out a wrong answer. That's crazy. So I'll just find out.
Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What do you, where do you see your organization in the next year?
Oh, I see it growing drastically. Oh my goodness, because my partnership, because of my different location, I see it growing drastically. I see me testing different athletics, basketball, football, because they have to take this test to get their scholarship. And so anywhere else they go to get their test, they have to get a referral from their primary care doctor. A lot of these young people don't go to the doctor, so they don't even have a primary care. Insurance is so high they can't afford a doctor. So if they get their test from me, it'll be free, it'll be covered. I'll be able to give them that card they need to get that the okay to get their scholarship. So that's one big thing. Another big thing is I'll be adding on other things to my organization, strength and conditioning, a coach that will help people that live with sickle cell if they still want to play sports, how to do it in a safe way. I am looking to really expand with sickle cell because it is a $1 billion industry, and I really want to help as much as I can while I can.
Okay. Where do you see yourself expanding to?
I see myself, well, I see me personally expanding in spreading sickle cell awareness, education, inspiration, motivation, and education all over. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to Grenada. Like I'm going to these places where I can help kids that don't get the help that we have over here in the United States. They don't get all the help that we have over here. And I learned they come over here to get the medical attention that they need. So when we going over there to help people over there, it'll be a great thing.
Okay, so we got a couple of comments. Angie says she's checking in from Jacksonville, and Sean said they're doing a lot of work here in Atlanta as well. He said,
Yeah.
somebody asked, "Are you doing? Are you located in Nashville?"
No, I'm not, but I have family in Nashville. I need to visit. Is there advocacy needed in Nashville? Because I have family there and I have not even visited. Actually, I was going this year. I had my plane ticket and it's so sad. It's through Spirit and it's no longer able to be used.
Yeah.
But I had gotten a ticket to Nashville, Tennessee when there was that big cold storm that just came and I didn't go.
Somebody said a good comment right here. Alex says we have become prone to it, and our bodies have gotten so used to it to where we need to start taking higher doses of these medicines. They start thinking that we're addicted to the use of the same doses to the point when it doesn't help.
Yes. And that's the sad part. And so my prayer is to go to Africa because let me tell you this. Dr. Sabi, he knew what he was talking about in reference to medicine is not the answer. It's food that will help us. If we don't eat all this stuff that's filled with these animals that they let eat everything, it wouldn't get in our bodies. But I remember when I breastfed my baby and to dry up my milk, I used cabbage. So food is the way to help us heal. When I get sick, I go to the fruit man and I get a smoothie with turmeric, ginger, and I get vitamins and I don't choose to take medicine. And I encourage that. I want to go to Africa to get some herbs or something there and bring it back here. So they don't have to go through all this stuff in their bodies. And it's so sad. I don't like it.
Okay, and Sean said he has sickle cell. He said he lives in Atlanta. A lot of the people are getting plugged in with the information. Food is the medicine. Yeah, yeah, food is the medicine.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna say this. I add some points in here. So I've been asking a lot of questions. So I add some points in here about, health and wellness because I have quite a few podcasts and lives about health and wellness and things, and and keeping your body alkalized and keeping it purified and keeping it nice. So some of the things that you can do to prevent like all types of diseases is to keep yourself healthy by eating the proper foods, understanding that you need to eat to live by that saying as well, and eliminate things that make you feel sluggish, like processed food, junk food, things that God didn't create, like staying away from all the Wendy's and McDonald's, the all the other stuff, the Chick-fil-A and everything like that. So what you want to do too is eat towards your blood type. Okay, so a lot of people don't understand, like understanding your blood type. So that's why I asked you that question
Yeah.
specifically, because a lot of people don't really know their blood type and how to eat towards what foods aggravate their blood type and what foods are essential to their blood type. Because there's about 6 or 7 different blood types, and understanding what your blood type is and eating to that blood, eating the correct nutrients for your body for your specific blood type. They actually have a book called it's something called With Your Blood Type. It's a book called With Blood Type. So if you go to the search engine, it talks about the different types of blood types and what foods to eat, which foods affect you in a positive way, which foods that affect you in a negative way. So with that type of knowledge in there, so you want to definitely get that book. It's about like 300-400 pages, but it's a lot of information for each blood type to where you can get the correct nutrients for your body, so you'll be able to sustain like different nutrients in your body, also to get rid of all these so-called incurable diseases which are reversible. But the thing is, you just have to have the proper knowledge and make sure you eat what you need to eat, because 90% of health problems are from food supply. And that's what Napoleon Hill said in his book, Outwitting the Devil. So 10% of it is hereditary, 90% of it is food. So people can manage certain things that are irreversible through their diet and through their lifestyle, through their exercise, and through, just healthy habits and regular checkups, and just being around the positive energy, being around people that's going to actually hold you accountable, also being around organizations that will advocate for you if you come into those situations like what Kiana's doing. So that's just a few nuggets that I'd like to drop for everybody on here that's live on here too. Yep.
You're so right. You're so right. Oh, and so I did Google it. Scientific studies indicate that patients with blood type O and sickle cell disease experience the highest frequency and severity of the crises. So blood type O is the type. Me, I did learn my blood type, and I am A positive. And when I looked it up to see the foods that will hurt me is meat. And I was like, oh Lord, I need your help. I'm from Alabama, and so I grew up eating meat daily.
Here on the earth. Yep. There's a lot of herbs, Tamara. There's a lot of things on the earth. When you find this book, when you find the book. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna tell you the book now. I'm gonna say blood type. Okay, I got it. It's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type.
Okay.
It's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. Okay, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. Up. Hold on. Mike died.
But I can hear you clearly.
You can?
Absolutely. You don't need it. You need a mic.
Yep. Yep. I just keep
I
the
hear you.
thing
Yes.
crisp.
Yes. Yes.
You keep that thing crisp. So it's Eat for Your Blood Type is the name of it.
Right for
So
your blood type.
yeah. So eat that. It's funny. You say O is the most common. That's what Chat GPT say.
That's what I Googled it. on Chrome.
Mm. So, so it's funny because O is the savior of all the other blood types.
Wow.
You didn't know that, did you?
I did not. I did not. When you say that, expound on that, please.
So all blood types are is the universal blood type. So meaning people with O negative can give to everybody,
Oh,
or is it? I think it's O positive, or I think it's O negative that can give to everybody, but can't receive to everybody.
okay.
So even though like B or AB,
Mhm.
specifically AB
Mhm.
doesn't have may have the lowest, but AB has the more complications with other diseases.
And it's weird because those that have sickle cell, a lot of times they have because of how the blood does, and when they're like this, a lot of them have to go through blood infusions, a transfusion. And the sad part is, if they get some blood that does not agree with their body, then they can go get sicker. They can go into ICU, and it can be bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's encouraged to give blood. I did. It just made me weak because I used to be anemic. I'm not anymore. But it's encouraged for us as brown and black communities to give blood so that we can help more of our people.
I'll be negative. Okay. Okay. I suggest that book. Suggest that book. Look into a book. Suggest you guys look into a book doing doing a parasite.
Yes,
Okay. It's
that's
simple.
another big thing that's affecting us too from animals eating, not raw food. I'm saying cooked meat.
It's not good for you. Not in America at least. Or positive. Yeah, so just look at the blood types. The blood types will tell you. They'll tell you which ones can give, like specifically, like when O gives, O can just unlimited. It's just unlimited, unlimited,
That's probably why it's so rare.
unlimited. So the the um the AB problem, that's where all the complications start coming in, like that blood type specifically, because you got A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, O positive, O negative, AB positive, AB negative. So it's where it start getting complicated. So understanding your transfusions ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. So that means somebody gotta constantly be giving blood. So the best thing to do when you're in that situation, plant-based diet.
Yep,
Plant-based
I'm
diet,
gearing towards.
plant-based diet, and understanding you'll start feeling better, looking better, skin clearer, and you'll just feel your mind, your thoughts. Your thoughts, it trains your brain too. You begin to think clearer. You begin to see things a lot differently. Your body are starting you regenerating itself. So start eating things that look like your organs. For example, kidney beans look like your kidneys.
I had
Walnuts look like your brain. Celery looks like your joints. Carrots look like your eyes. Okay. So beets. If you ever taste beets,
I
a lot of people don't like beets. So let
listen.
me tell you what about beets. If you ever had like a nosebleed or a mouth bleed and tasted your blood, beets taste like your blood. That's why beets flush your blood system out. That's what they do. Okay, so beets will flush you out. It'll flush everything that's out with your blood. So if you're suffering from high blood pressure, drink you some beet juice. Sickle cell. I know y'all black folk don't like the taste of it,
But
but you like the taste or you want to live.
at Halifax Hospital, they got this salad. I got one in the refrigerator right now. It's so good. They put beets in it, and it's so good. It's delicious. And the one I had today had walnuts in it.
Let me see. My message didn't come across. It would not allow me to break it up into, so I broke it up to pieces. It didn't come across. Oh, parasite cleanse. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, got what you were saying. I kind of get that's what you were saying. So let me show you. Let me show you real quick. So tell them a little bit about what you about to do on your journey. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show them the audience what I've been doing.
Okay. I'm so glad. Let me tell you how I knew this young man. This young man is an alumni from Bethune-Cookman University. And I believe all America's children are special in that we entered to learn and we absolutely did the part to serve. And as you can see, he's serving. And me, my goal in life is to help all I can while I can. Those living with sickle cell, those living with any other cohort diseases, mental health diseases, addictions. And it all comes from with sickle cell because of the medication that is taken, it can become an addiction because it's taken from birth. Well, I won't say birth. The earliest time that it is detected or shown in a baby is 6 months with a swollen hand and feet. But they're automatically started giving the pain medicine.
Okay, I see. Okay, so all right, audience. This
That's
is
beet
beet.
juice.
This is beet juice.
What it
Okay,
takes?
I told you what it tastes like. It tastes
Tell
like
me.
blood.
No,
Told
no,
you that.
no. Don't
Told
say
you
that. Don't say that because everybody don't right here acting like vampires. What it tastes like for real? Like what is it taste like a juice? Does it taste like a nectar or tart? What is it? Give me an actual explanation.
it's a vegetable that looks like blood and it tastes like your blood with some salt in there. To me,
You drank okay. You've tasted blood before. Well, you probably had a nosebleed or something. I used to have nosebleeds all the time, so I know what blood tastes like. But I'm saying I didn't drink it, but like when sometimes people have to, you gonna maybe go get some at the store. Where do you get yours from? Well, you live in Tampa, so
so you can get this from any of your health food stores. Okay, you're gonna get it in this glass. All your juices need to be in glasses. This is the organic juice. Okay, that's the brand KRW Cuisine. Okay, this is a good juice. All right. So what I'm gonna do for you, I'm gonna drink this on live right in front of you.
so we do have a organic store when you come back home to Daytona. Hopefully you come. Well, you won't be here for homecoming because you're going to London, but for when you come back to Daytona, it's called Sprout, and I was introduced. Uh,
Sprouts.
yes, it's on
Yep.
there.
Yeah. It's a couple of.
Okay. Okay. So I went there for the first time with a good friend, and I was so glad she introduced me to it because they have some good, wholesome food. And I see there's no additives, no preservatives. So I would recommend that store.
Yep. So this. All right. Ingredients: organic beets, lemon juice in here. Okay.
Oh, see, it is a little tart. I'm going to get some. I love lemon juice. I love
Okay.
tart
So
stuff. So
so
it's
this is what. As you see, I drunk the whole glass. So this is what you do. So you go and get you some. So I drunk it. So I'm the example that you can do it. Okay. So you go ahead and get you some. And like if you see like for specifically with any of those blood diseases, it's gonna clean your blood disease. Okay, cool. 5 minutes. Okay. And with the blood diseases or whatever to clear you out, make you feel better. It'll suppress a lot of those symptoms. It'll treat a lot of the stuff and pain and things like that, and inflammation too. And it'll bring the oxygen back to your cells. It also lowers your blood pressure, so it just acts as a beta blocker as well. So you have to start drinking and incorporating it maybe once or twice a day, and you'll start. Say if your blood pressure is high, it'll bring it down immediately. So it'll do the same thing for your sickle cell. It'll help you manage it. So
that's
yeah,
good.
yep. So yeah. So you got any? There's a couple of comments. You got any closing remarks, man? We gotta do a part. We gotta definitely do a part two.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially because I'm so excited because of everything that's going forward. Just want to say, if you have sickle cell, a lot of people are afraid to go to the hospital because of the mistreatment. It doesn't matter where you are. You can reach out to someone. Let someone go with you. I know you know this. Call me because now I'm flexible because this is all I do. This is all I do. I used to teach and do this and work at a hospital. I've done so many jobs. Every time I try to do a job in this, the the other job don't last because this is what the Lord gave me, and this is what I'm going to do. So you can reach out to me. I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. You Google Levi Long Sickle Cell Association. You can Google me on Sunbees. If you put in Levi Long, you'll see me everywhere. I'm getting ready to broaden out and to do case management under the umbrella of the Levi Long Sickle Cell Association. I'm getting ready to do so many things because I want to do all I can while I can. And I'm encouraging you. If you have a vision, you have something that you choose to do, you want to do, step out. Write down your vision. And how you make it plain is you start Googling and you start attaching things. Make your own business plan. Pray and ask the Lord to give you the.
Oh Lord, you done got cut out.
Sorry about that. You can do it too. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. Thank you for sharing. That means something when you share.
That sounds good. Everybody following, like, share, subscribe to her pages. Go follow her on Instagram, Facebook.
Are you frozen, friend?
No, I'm not. I'm here. Is that me?
I think he's frozen.
Nah, it's not me. Is that
Oh
me?
boy.
Is
Hold
it
on.
frozen? I'm frozen. Is it me? I'm frozen.
You were.
You sure that was me?
Yes, well, you may have seen me frozen, but I saw you frozen. Okay, so yes. So thank you all
Okay.
again for your comments. Thank you for tuning in. Keep me in prayer. Um, write down your vision, make it plain, and do what you want to do that will help others. It is a blessing in helping. And always remember, we are all we have.
All right. That sounds good. Sounds good. All right, Kiana. We'll talk soon. And
Okay.
I'm gonna end my live with the sponsorship letter. So that'll be good. Thank
Okay.
you, everybody, for tuning in. So, everybody, do me a favor, go to your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, follow the Royal Blossom Company, the Royal Blossom Podcast as well. Real quick, I'm going to show you the sponsorship letter that we're going to for Paris, not Paris, London. So, yeah, we're talking about just a different sponsorship package that we're going to be doing for the upcoming event as well. So, we got the Emerald is up to $99. The Sapphire is $100 and more. The Ruby is $200 and above, and diamond is $500 and above. So basically, we're going to be going to Fashion Week. We're just putting together the rest of the deposit and a couple of other expenses just for that. So I'm going to show you this quick little video real quick. Then I'm going to let y'all go on about y'all way. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. And here we go.
Hi everyone, my name is Latoya Day and I am a brand ambassador with Royal Blossom Company.
And I'm Adam Allen. I'm also ambassador with Royal Blossom Company. And I know y'all are hungry for these sponsorships. So without further ado, we want to go and give you a little bit of some of the details of where you can find some of this information.
So you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Royal Blossom Company. We're looking forward to hearing from all of you.
All right, now it's on to Terrence, Mr. Pineapple himself.
Hi, I'm Terrence Ramses, Mr. Pineapple, the CEO of the Royal Blossom Company. As you see, my last two brand ambassadors gave you a quick overview about what we're doing for London Fashion Week for 2026 from September 17th to the 20th. We need your help. We need your help with getting there to London Fashion Week. We're gonna have some amazing things going on. We're gonna have some Pan-African amazing designs that's gonna be dropping and an amazing collection that's gonna be coming out. But we need your help. There are 4 different sponsorship levels. Our first package is our Emerald package, up to $99. It comes with a special shout out and on Facebook and IG. Our second package is $100 and above. This is our Sapphire package, which you get 10% off your next order. IG shout out, Facebook shout out, and TikTok shout out. Our third package is our Ruby package, which is $200 and above. You get 20% off your next order. IG shout out, Facebook shout out. get a special box, gift box, and a TikTok shout out as well. Also, for our final package is our diamond package, which you get 50% off your next order, a special promo box, and a few extras. So it's all these details can be found in on our sponsorship letter. Check your emails. We're going to send out those emails as soon as you click the link below.
So yeah, so that's what we doing. I'm excited, man. We got these amazing promotions. Please take advantage of that. If you need more information about the Royal Blossom Company, so you can go to our website, www.royalblossomcommunity.co, or you can scan this QR code. It'll take you right over to the website. My closing remark is, stay healthy, stay diligent, always be around the campfire of like-minded people that'll put you in a position to win. Always have people advocate for you, if just in case nobody else advocates for yourself. If you can't advocate for yourself, excuse me, got a little bit of tongue tied. So I'm going to end it with my famous quote. Once you discover how unique you are, you begin to change the world around you, from Mr. Pineapple himself. And until next week, we're going to have another phenomenal guest. Next week, we're going to be at Fashion Week. So we're going to have a lot of different things to talk about for next week. So until next Thursday at 7:30, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Rumble at the Royal Blossom Podcast and the Royal Blossom Company. Everybody take care. I'm glad this has been a blessing to you. Thank you, everybody from Kiana's network, for tuning in. And I hope this has been a blessing to you. I hope look forward to connecting with you as well. Thank you and have a great